All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 3 of this North American Finals match between 07 and KSC. As we spawn into North, KSC is our northern spawn, and Green Zath, what are they bringing?
All right, well, KSC has decided to go for some HE spam shenanigans. I gotta say, we've got Incomparable, Kremlin, Triple Des Moines.
Yikes.
Gearing, Double Marceau, and Ragnar to round out their lineup. What's 07 bringing?
Somebody on 07 is going to spend a whole lot of time on fire, Zath. Opposing them from the south spawn, 07 fielding Incomparable, Kremlin, couple Des Moines of their own, only one of them of the Salem variety. Annapolis, Stalingrad, rounding things out with a Gearing and Double Ragnar. So for the first time this series, Zath, neither team with a Shimakaze.
Yes.
Interesting. Especially as impactful as those Shimakaze torpedoes have been over the course of the matches.
Yeah, I almost wonder if we're seeing a change in preference to less of a static kind of meta and more of a mobile one. If you look at what KSC is doing, they're definitely setting up to farm out a stationary target.
Well, keep an eye on CCAP because we're about to have some early action here. We're 90 seconds into this game and combat's about to be underway. Aussie Zeus steps onto C, Hitake right behind him, and there's DM's Ragnar with the radar. But he's about to discover it's not one but two Marceaus in his face.
That's right.
Aussie's going to be a bit of the sacrificial lamb here, already down to almost half HP and falling.
That's right. And now they realize there's 5.
Yeah, the entire bloody team of 07 is here, ready to punish this play. Aussie's going to sneak into the cap with 4,000 hit points. But man, it cost him big to get there, didn't it?
It did, and hats off to 07 with that target discipline, focusing down one target. Now, of course, the Ragnar is also coming away a little bloody.
Also came off quite worse for the wear, losing well over 2/3 of his hit points as well.
It'll buff out.
Hitake is going to get away, I won't say scot-free, but certainly not nearly as bad off as the other two destroyers in that engagement. Well, that was bloody and quick.
Some early action going down for sure.
KSC trading a lot of health for that cap, but they bag it.
Now, in addition to that, they also, by trading that health, know who's down this way. Right?
True.
So there's that to consider. Now, Triarch's using his radar to catch Aussie Zeus on the radar there.
They're trying to catch him as he leaves the cap.
Right. Shells are able to go through, and actually a couple are hitting him. Ragnar. The Ragnar is asserting dominance yet again.
167. He floors it. He stops. Still lit.
Yeah.
He's going to go out.
Right there.
Just takes one shell at that point. 07 ready to punish that play, and punish it they do.
Yeah, in the meantime, you can see KSC getting ready for a push into the A cap as all these torpedoes go right past Warp Chaos's Des Moines. Of course, he had Hydro on, so good thing for that. And Cowboy's going to go into A now. Desperately need both of these caps as a result of that early kill.
Yep.
And you can see that Ragnar is going into B cap as well.
You're going to have to make up these points somewhere. And between Cowboy's Gearing and Malikan's Ragnar, it looks right now as if KSC is going to pick up all 3 caps very early here. And 07 is going to have to do a little bit of reorienting and repositioning in order to get on top of something.
Yeah, I'm not sure how KSC is going to react to this. I mean, they've got a Des Moines basically at every point of the map. Now, take a look at Aegis Wings' Des Moines. It looks to me like he could. Nope, he's turning away. I thought he might do some cheeky play down the channel. But it doesn't look like he's ready to do that just now.
It feels a little early for that as KSC's about to catch up on the points that they've lost with the early Marceau loss. But, of course, what you're losing more importantly is a piece you can move around the board.
Right.
And that's something they don't get back, although they have managed to recover the points. 07's 9-line push forming up nicely now.
Oh, Oxymoron takes a torpedo in smoke south of A-cap. That's a Gearing torpedo from Cowboy.
So we're nicely led Gearing torpedoes. I was watching that silo earlier and thinking, that looks pretty good. And
right,
it did land one.
Right. Now, important to note, 07 has 0 cap points at this point in the match.
That's true. But until you're, the pressure will start to build, right? Because they're going to fall behind very, very quickly.
Yes.
The comparable salvo comes in on Warped Chaos all the way from the 1 line. but nothing doing. He takes a little bit of damage, but nothing catastrophic.
That's
I'm
right.
not even sure how he's lit exactly. Has Price got him lit? Price
Well,
had
Chaos?
him lit on the
Yes,
surface.
he had him for a little bit.
Yep,
Yes.
Price is reversing into the bottom end of the A cap, putting a little pressure there on Warped Chaos.
Yep. Nice shell hit from Oxymoron at pretty much max range there.
More smoke going down from Cowboy as Warped turns back in.
Now JD Red 5 is being shot at quite a bit, quite low. Starting to back off. But look over at the 910 line. 07 is managing to break through.
Yep.
This is the moment that Aegis going down that channel could have been possibly decisive south of Seacap, because he would have gotten the surprise shot on Dolphin Princess, with Peyton being unable to answer in the Kremlin. But they went for the safer play. We'll see how that plays out.
Well, not before KSC moves out to nearly a 200-point lead as they get a reset on Frice. Warped Chaos sneaks back close enough with his radar to catch Frice out, put some damage into him, reset him, drive him off the cap. So they'll get some more points out of that. But I'm sure Frice is setting up and gearing to try again. In fact, Malakin now, they're bringing Malakin over to try and prevent that, the second attempt that will come when the Des Moines radar expires.
I do like this idea. You want to be a little bit more decisive on one side. Obviously, if you're losing on one side, you need to do something on the other.
Well, they're absolutely losing at C, or I should say have lost C now.
Oh, yeah.
7 minutes in, and 07 bags their first cap of the game as they're about 220 points down and slowly falling behind. KSC taking up the other 2 caps.
John the Impaler in the Kremlin is just getting completely farmed down.
Yep. I'm a little surprised. You know, we're used to seeing Kremlins go down to sustained HE fire from things like Goliaths, right? Because you get full pins.
Yeah.
But it feels like 07 is doing the majority of this work with just straight fires.
Take a look at both incomparables right now. They're basically both on the border. Marin hitting and sliding down the border now. JD Red 5 is in a position to use the border if he needs to. But quite interesting to see them basically mirroring each other.
Indeed.
Now, the Ragnar for 07 is also rotating. Looks like he's getting ready to possibly stop a push through the A line, or the A cap.
I think he's getting ready to maybe try for B. My presumption is no. He can clearly see these 2 Des Moines.
Yeah.
So he knows they're there. Maybe they're bringing him back all the way to the A cap, Zach.
Yeah, both Des Moines are sitting there trying to slow down the 07 push, trying to hit Triarch's Ragnar right now. Atake opening up with the Marceau, but Triarch doesn't care. He's like, I want John.
So if you look, there's 2 Kremlins on the eastern half of the board, right? But John is on the A line on a third of his HP, whereas Peyton is nearly full HP right up here on top of these cap circles.
That's right, and he's in a beautiful position to just bully these Des Moines away. As Aegis is starting to back off. Man with an RX-7, of course, knows he doesn't have that much time either.
Solid full pins from Dolphin Princess's Stalingrad there. They put the radar up. That's Man with an RX-7's radar catching out the Ragnar DM.
And Seps Salem.
And Seps Salem.
But,
KSC out to a 300-point lead now as we approach the halfway mark of the game.
Yeah, and it looks like Oxymoron took another torpedo hit. Must have. He's quite low, but he's healing again. Marin now rotating again as well. And what we're seeing is kind of a nice, if you look at the mini-map, a nice line across the mini-map. But for KSC, that line is broken right now by Peyton's Kremlin. I'm surprised that John is not taking an opportunity to smack Peyton in the broadside right here.
07 definitely collapsing on B here. Peyton not even slowing down. He's going to turn, he's going to approach the northern end of this cap with his guns loaded and looking ready to kill RX-7. RX-7 seems like he's going to try and keep driving south and maybe just try to trade with Sep.
He's going to have to do something like that because Peyton's going to come right around, and here comes the salvo.
I think this is going to wipe him out right through the butt.
Right up the butt.
Yep, right through that flat plate on Des Moines' stern. Just like that, 07's up 2 ships.
So how does KSC come back from this position?
Well, it's a good question. These torpedoes on Peyton look pretty solid, so
I just saw that too.
Think they're going to pick up one of these kills very quickly. Peyton's going to take about 6 of these, if not 7. He's going to take 6. It's enough.
There it is.
Beautiful,
that's huge.
Beautiful torpedo salvo from Cowboy, predicting the turn, leading it correctly, and the lead back up over 300 points as 07 yet to step onto the B cap, but that'll be coming shortly.
Yeah, Sep Salem is getting there right now. Dolphin Princess of Stalingrad is also getting in position. Keep in mind, with all of those points that KSC was earning, they still have a significant lead, even though they're down 1 ship.
Now, on the top of the map, John is in dire trouble, under 10K as he runs the map border's edge here. His last heal is ticking. He's got about 20 seconds to go, but once that heal ticks out, they're going to be able to burn him down with relative ease.
Now, if this is a ranked battle or a random battle, this is the moment when Kuznetsov pops and you see the flare and it gets a heal, but this is a training room battle.
Yep.
Kuznetsov does not help in that regard.
John fires his salvo in anger down at John the Ruthless's Napoli and gets a decent hit, but nothing huge. As 07 converts the B cap, and now KSC wins on the strength of just the A cap in minutes. Aegis is going to take a torpedo. Oh! No, he's not.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
How did that work?
So now if you're KSC's out, I think what you've got to do is you've got to collapse and just hold the A cap, but that's going to be tough.
Look at the force coming to A right now.
Marin's Incomparable is on the way, and there goes the Kremlin on the top of the map.
Yeah, but JD Red 5 is also down there. He fired his shots pretty early there. I don't think he was detected just yet.
He is now, because here comes the return fire.
But you're absolutely right. If they can hold this somehow, and especially if John the Ruthless can take a few torpedoes, that could definitely
there's a whole bunch of torpedoes out looking for him, and of course Napoli doesn't have hydro.
Nope.
But he's going to dodge that first salvo with nothing. Some of these torpedoes might hit Triarch, maybe. No, Triarch has a nice convenient gap there.
Yep.
Still not quite, a little over 200-point lead here for KSC, 7.5 minutes to play.
Yep.
Marin's Incomparable starting to get pretty low, Zach.
Yeah, just got punched through the nose from the Incomparable from Marin.
But I don't think Marin's going to live very long, and he doesn't.
No, that's a really important kill right there.
That's a big kill because now it removes the Incomparable on this flank now has the ability to slap around just about anything it can see. It can never get his eyes on Oxymoron's Des Moines.
Yeah.
That could be catastrophic. In fact, Aegis has his radar ready.
Yep.
If he popped that radar right now, when the Incomparable reload is up, it could be huge.
Yep. A minute and 40 seconds if nothing changes.
Yep.
And KSC wins.
Right now, KSC just has to hold on by their fingernails and not let go of the A cap. And they really can't afford to lose J-Red's Incomparable.
And Hatake is still being shot at. He's at 2,500 hit points. And that could be a problem.
He is dark finally.
Yep, he hits the brakes. Shells flew right by.
Good job, Maverick.
Well, you know.
And Triarch's also getting low, getting a little cheeky here with a Gearing and a Des Moines looking at him. Still lit, more shells falling in. A single kill for KSC would be huge right now.
Yep. Triarch is dark.
60 seconds on the timer. Again, it's on 07. They have to step onto this A cap and stop the points gain or bag a kill to extend the game time. Aegis is pinned, I think, Zaf.
Oh, he absolutely is. Now, JD Red 5's at 3,000 hit points. So he's got maybe time for one salvo.
Before somebody wastes him.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And his heal, he's got a heal coming back in 8 seconds.
Yep. Now, here comes Aegis being shot through the butt of Sep Salem. Oh, right through the Citadel.
Yep.
You cannot afford to leave that flat butt.
They can't afford, and these guys can't afford to slow down. Sep and Dolphin, one of them has to step onto this cap as soon as possible. I mean, I say that there's still 2 minutes of the timer, but man, it is. Oh, Red 5's Incomparable speaks and Sep Salem weeps right there.
That's right.
Huge hit as the Salem goes down to 6K and his heal is 70 seconds away.
Triarch is detected once again. There's more shells coming up to him.
They're going to get the Salem, Zaf.
Sep is going to go down. There he goes.
30 points from victory is KSC. Now they've got to start hitting Dolphin Princess.
So the thing is, KSC needs a kill. They have no more point gain whatsoever. And they also need, of course, JD Red 5 to survive.
Yep, they can't afford to give up the Incomparable now.
And he's rubbing the border there, going on
gonna be
a
tough.
little bit of a slide,
Oh!
and Triarch goes down.
They get the Ragnar. They get Triarch up along the B line, and that is the game. KSC holds on by their...
What a finish, huh?
Wow. Yeah, I need a drink. This is crazy.
Yeah.
These games are crazy. I love every minute of it. This is fun.
Well, it's fun for us,
it's
right?
It's fun for us.
It's nerve-wracking for the players.
Yes, of course. We've seen over the years, the various high-level competitive events, especially at high tier, have gone through this weird evolution, right? The early NA tournaments looked very much like this.
Yes.
Teams getting in, slugging it out.
Yes.
And then once we started playing more international games, more teams started developing what I would call a more EU mindset, much more patient, more static, more board control. We've seen a tournament, we watched, one of these we did, and I forget if it was King of the Sea 10 or 9 or something, 07, every game, destroyed every cap, pick up cap points, put pressure on the opponent, sit and wait. Like that was that, but the 07 we're seeing today is not that 07. This is more fun to watch as a streamer.
Well, and what's interesting too is that historically we've also seen a lot of cases where 07 doesn't care that they don't have any of the caps.
True.
For a long period of the game. And the point when I remarked to you, hey, 07 doesn't have any cap, right? And KSC's got all 3 of them. And if you looked at it for a little bit, 07 didn't seem to care. Like the way that they were playing and looking. But then you saw what happened at the end, that huge push up to A, and I'm thinking to myself, they're just gonna club whatever they come across.
Yep.
But then they came across JD Red 5.
They did, and honestly, I think a couple of big moments in that one was that stunningly good torpedo salvo from Cowboy. That Kremlin as he came around the corner, and I forget the player name now, but he turned the corner. It was Peyton.
That was Peyton, yes.
One gearing salvo, two waves, and you're done. Like beautiful, stunning.
Beautiful. Now, normally a battleship coming out from around an island that's been detected, you're going to slow down a little bit, you're going to turn. But Peyton didn't care. Peyton wanted that kill.
He got it.
And he got the kill on the Des Moines.
Yep.
He lost his life in the process, which, of course, started the whole spiral for 07 there. It was that torpedo salvo was chef's kiss right there. Beautiful, beautiful.
An excellent game. Let's throw it back to Boggsy, Wisconsin, hear what they have to say.